What's up, YouTube? KidMoto22 here, coming to you guys today with a product review. Maybe not really a product review, more of a unboxing and first impressions and a little bit of an install. So what I have for you guys today is an off-the-bike accessory that can be used for your bike. Kind of a really cool thing, kind of a really cool product. I'm really excited to take a look at this thing. It's called Hog Watch. Hog Watch is developed for specifically motorcycle riders right now. And it's a watch that can contain your fob for your bike. So for late model Harleys, and you take the inside of your fob, you put it inside of your watch. You wear this watch on your wrist like you would any other watch, and you don't have to carry your fob in your pocket. I don't know. Let's take a look and see what this thing is all about. I'm optimistic, and I'm looking forward to it. So let's get after it right now. Packaging is, I guess what you'd expect from this type of product. Looks like they included a neck gaiter in there. And bubble wrap. The box is nice. And has their logo right on the front there, which is really kind of a cool logo. And there we go. That's what it looks like on the inside. Very nice presentation. I really like what this looks like so far. Looks like all of the tools and everything that you'll need to do the install is included in the watch. The watch itself is packaged really nice. Like I said, in this packaging, I like that a lot. Here's kind of what the watch looks like. You can kind of tell there's a really nice thick leather band on here. Has very traditional orange and black coloring that you'd expect from something that is Harley Davidson. It's not really, this isn't a Harley Davidson product specifically, but that's kind of how it's designed, is to work with late model Harley Davidson. So you can see in the back there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 different screw holes that you're going to be taking apart, and the fob goes in the back of the watch there. So far I kind of like what this I like what it looks like. The watch itself is very very thick, so it's a real chunky watch. You can kind of tell when you put it on, it's going to have a real chunky looking appearance. So if you have a smaller arm or you're a smaller person, the watch may be, may look a little bit oversized on you. I personally like big chunky watches, so for me this watch is gonna be just fine as far as what it looks like itself. So I can tell it looks like the material, the outer material, is some type of polymer. I don't believe it's metal. It's not metal or aluminum, so it's some type of polymer, and the band, you can tell, is very, very thick. It's really a nice thick band, and you can see it's stamped genuine leather, and by the feel of it you can tell that it is all leather materials on there. So as far as my first impression of the packaging and what the watch looks like, I would say that this looks to be a nice product. The product itself is made of good materials. I'm not really sure about the body of this being kind of this polymer or plastic kind of material versus whether it was an aluminum, if that would be a better choice. But again, for my purposes, I think it serves its purpose. If it's going to be used as a fob, our fobs are plastic too, so I guess a fob isn't really metal. So, but from a watch perspective or watch material, most watches are made out of metal. So that would be the only criticism I have so far, is maybe the body of the watch itself and the material that's made out of. But in terms of the overall construction, look of the watch, I would have to say that I do like it, and functionally it looks like it's going to be a good product. So let's get to the install portion of this. So I'm going to get everything I need, and we will be right back. All right, so I have everything here. The backing for the particular fob that you're going to have. will be located in one of these packages. So it comes with the quick reference guide here, and that's going to show you, essentially has the instructions on the inside, and on the back it has the notification for the 1-year unlimited warranty. And so there is a QR code on the inside that you can hit up that QR code if you want some more detailed instructions. The instructions are pretty self-explanatory in the inside, so we're going to take a look at this inside of this watch and see if we can put this together for you. So each one of these has a number listing to the type of fob that you might have. 1, 2, and 3 are the numbers on here for different styles, so the numbers are right on the inside, pretty easy to identify. I believe that my fob is probably going to have the number 1. It's going to be the number 1 style, I believe, but we'll take a look at that and see. So I'm just going to use a standard screwdriver, pop my fob open. And there we go. So that gives you some idea of what the inside of it looks like. And this will have to come apart even a little bit further to get to the inside. So the battery portion is here, and we have to get to the inside portion of the fob itself. Okay, so now I have the fob apart, and I'm still a little bit unclear as to far as which one of these styles is going to go with it. But we will see as we get further into it. And there we go. I have the fob apart, just like that. So pretty easy to get the actual fob itself apart. Didn't have to break the fob or anything like that to get it apart. And that would be the number 1 style, would be the correct one for mine. And there are 3 pinholes here, here, and here. Battery placement here, and there's a plus on there, shows you which side the battery is going to go. So the plus side will go down like this. The fob itself is going to fit in just like that, and then this piece will then go into the back of the watch. So let's get that watch open, and we can go from there. So fair warning, the screws in the back of here are very, very small, and so you're going to want to make sure that you're paying close attention when you take these apart and get these screws out of here. The screwdriver that's provided is working just fine for getting this apart. And so what I'm doing is I'm just loosening up these screws and leaving them in place for now, so that when I lift the backing of this off, I don't have screws kind of flying all over the place, and I can keep those in place. So I have all the screws, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, to match that. And this is all in place. Okay, so for full assembly of the watch, once you've got everything apart and you've got all of your pieces together, you have the fob from your actual fob itself, the battery, the correct backing plate, and the inside of the watch, and the backing plate here. We'll assemble this all together. So the backing plate itself has a little notch in it right here, and that's going to go on the inside, on this side right over here. So you can see these little knobs here are going to help hold it into place. So we're going to drop that in here. And it might take a couple of times to get this in. It actually fits in. When you get it in there in the right place, it'll snap right down just like that, right into place. And you can kind of see it's kind of locked right into place right there. Okay, and the next part is a little bit trickier because the fob itself is going to go face down, and it's actually going to go, it's going to go face down into the watch where that backing plate's at. So there's a plus on the battery, there's a plus on here. We know that that's going to go in on the plus side, and then the fob itself goes face down. There's these 3 little tabs on the shape of the fob here, and a tab here and here, and then this is going to be turned over, and the part of the fob that's going to stick out is going to go right into the portion right up here, and so that will kind of fall right into place. I just kind of held it together, and then it'll turn just a little bit, and it kind of snaps down so you can feel it not really going anywhere. So it's kind of snapped right down into place, and it'll spring back just a little bit. That's the contact that the battery is making on there. So I'm just going to hold that down while I kind of drop the backing plate into place. And once the backing plate's on there, it fits together quite nicely. So there we go. It's all just nice and snug and fit in there. And then it'll be time to put in the tiny, tiny, tiny screws. These are pretty much the smallest screws you're ever going to see, so do not lose these. And I'm just going to put these screws in a diagonal pattern. And there we go. I just check it all the way around. Looks to be good and tight. And then the watch itself just sets like a normal watch would. And so I'm going to go ahead and set the time and I'll be good to go. There we go. We've done the install. We've looked at the watch. I think this is going to be great. For me, I can see myself using this the most probably for traveling. Wearing this while I'm on the road is going to be really a nice feature to have. I'm not going to have to worry about my keys. I can stop, jump off the bike, go get gas, and get back on the road. I'm not going to have to worry about having my fob in my pocket or losing my keys or anything like that. So yeah, there we go. An off-the-bike accessory that I think could be very useful. I think it has its purposes. Certainly, I don't think this is going to work for everybody, and maybe it would or wouldn't be good if you had a lot of set of keys that you needed to take with you. But for me, I think it's going to be great. Well, there you go. I hope you liked the install and the review of the Hog Watch. Like I said in the comments when I was looking at the watch, I think I'm going to like this most of all for traveling for me. I like to take long trips, as you've heard me say in other videos, and I think the Hog Watch is going to be perfect for that kind of scenario. I'll be able to put it on when I stop at any type of gas station, rest area, anything like that. I'm not going to have to worry about finding my keys, that kind of stuff. I've been notorious myself on long trips for leaving my pocket open where I have my fob all the time. Put myself at risk for that thing just shooting right out of my pocket when I get down the road. This way I've got it on my wrist. I can just hop off my bike, do what I got to do, and get back. It's not really going to prevent you from not having keys. So it could also be pretty useful for quick trips in town when you don't want to have those keys in your pocket. Now, You know, maybe if you're a bagger and you're keeping your bags locked all the time, it might not be the best for things like that. You're still probably going to have the locks for that with you. However, it's still another good option. The Hog Watch. Here you go. I don't know. You'll have to let me know what you think. I think it's pretty cool. This is Kid Moto. I'm out.